Omera Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeOmeraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeOmeraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeOmeraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
A note to the airlines, as I am racked with guilt here in South Florida because I have moved further away from my dear Mamo, who is up in Boston. Give a brother a break. That's what I'm saying to the
They should
airlines.
comp you?
I just want a little. I'm talking about general prices, and I just like a little bit of a break, especially when our good friends at, as Oscar's mom would call them, Het Blue. At Het Blue, when they say, check out our $59 special one way, and you get all excited. And then by the time you get done investigating when you want to fly, with a little bit of flexibility, I should add.
Sure.
It ends up being $350 one way, which last I checked was $700 per person, which last I checked is $1,400 for two people, even with the baby in the lap. And I'm sorry, for a 3-hour flight, that to me is just a little crazy. It's gone a little bit nuts, and I really want to have this pipeline, up to my family. I need that, and it's kind of frustrating. So that is just a little word to the airlines today, because I know I'm not the only one who probably has experienced this with your local airlines.
But we've discussed that you're only about 700 more miles away. Does it really make, if you were still living here, would the airfare be cheaper?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, based on the amount of time. I mean, I think it would be a little bit cheaper, but not a lot. It's just I don't mind that their prices are their prices. You can either afford to fly, or in my case, you can't. But the fact is, when you're getting an email that says, "Hey, spring, it's time to fly. Here's the deal. Book before April 29th, and look at the deal we're going to give you." And then you get into that, and as soon as you get into that, it is airfare. It is the very sad little airfare sound, and it's it's kind of a drag. And I think the reason I want to go visit my 93-year-old mom is because I talked to her on Saturday. And for one of the very few times in my life, she was a little down.
Really?
She was a little bit. She sounded
That's not
a
in her
little
nature.
bit down. Well, what they've got, and this happens in the folks' homes. You shouldn't laugh about
Mike,
this.
if you make a joke about hiding the Easter eggs, I'm going to hit you right in the eye.
They get the flu, and they go on a complete and total lockdown.
Yeah, it's
they
like
want to spread.
Like on a cruise.
It's exactly like a cruise. And I said to her, what's going on? They've locked Elizabeth in her room. That's her friend. And
Are you
they've
sure
locked
that has to
Elizabeth
do
in her
with
room.
Does that have to do with the flu, or is that more about Elizabeth?
She's a
I
troublemaker.
have no idea. All I know is my mom's middle name is Elizabeth, and I'm glad they didn't get confused. And she said, and they've shut down, they said they've locked several of the residents in, and they've shut down the salad bar.
Wow. And then they said, Mike, send vodka.
Send lots of vodka. Send Jimmy's favorite. I'll give him a plug. Tito's vodka.
Oh, Tito's.
Wow, that sounds
Fan
great.
favorite.
Is that what you bought after he came in on the show yesterday and said, you're out of beer?
What's interesting is I'm not plying Jimmy with any more booze. That's just the way it is.
Is that why
him,
is that why he left the house?
That's why he's not here today.
I'm out of here.
Jimmy's on a motorcycle today visiting friends, and we're hooking up later on today, so we're going to do that. And Jimmy Jimmy cannot understand. And listen, I love what I do. I truly do. And when we start with the microphones open, we give you a spirited, delightful, abbreviated show, which I consider a 90-minute show an abbreviated show.
Sure.
It's 90 minutes. But, everything else that goes along with it, there are many, many hours, as Mr. Santana can attest, as I can attest. There are many more hours that go into it. And
Not
the fact
me.
is...
Yeah, don't forget about Rob.
Not you, Rob.
No.
But the fact is, well, Rob makes the commute, so
Yeah.
we got to give him credit for that. But the fact is,
Wait a second.
Jimmy
That's
doesn't
it?
get. Yeah, that's all you're going to get.
All right, I'll take it. I didn't think I'd get that.
Jimmy doesn't understand, and he really doesn't. Like
No.
a toddler woman wouldn't. That I'm working. He doesn't get it, and he said, so where are we going to meet with my buddy? I said, I'll ride the bike down to the beach, and I'll see you, and I'll meet you, and we'll have a drink at the beach, and then I got to get back. He's like, well, what about a nice ride? I said, Jimmy, I am not on vacation.
Oh, this
I
is
know you're
before
down
the
here with
show.
Pop. And I'm realizing, Oscar, I'm suddenly realizing when you move to a vacation paradise,
Sure.
Everybody thinks you're on vacation.
everybody that rolls in here, they're on vacation.
Yeah.
So this is something psychologically I'm going to have the patter ready. I'm going to have exactly what I need to say ready so I can communicate to people that, hey, I'm really glad I'm here. I'm really glad I live in this environment, but I don't know how to communicate to people. And with Jimmy, he was going to pick up his rental motorcycle.
Oh, God.
After he rode my
What?
bicycle, my little motorcycle, he rode it down. Not my bicycle. He rode the motorcycle. What, 700 miles?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wrote. What do you think he wanted to do? We took him to the bike rental, the motorcycle rental store today. He has rented a bike for $100 for 24 hours.
You know what, Mike,
because
you
he
said
wants
it.
to ride some more.
He's a toddler.
He's a toddler.
He is the equivalent of the 3-year-old that his
Yes.
hands have turned to prunes.
That's
that
right,
he won't
right.
get out of the pool. And
Exactly.
it's like he's in physical pain from being in the water. And what does he want to do? He wants to be in the water.
And I'm a lot of things, and one of them is filled with great joy. Thank you very much. And
This man is
Jimmy,
lying.
Jimmy said to me as I'm dropping him off at the rental thing after we I got my wife and my son up at I was up at 6:45 prepping the show today.
Right.
Then I got my son up at about 7:30, 7:40, and he's with me. And I said, Carla, she was wiped out with all the stuff she was doing. I said, listen, I'll take you out to breakfast. Went out to breakfast and knocked on Jimmy's door, and we had to wait because Jimmy was sleeping. And we came back at 9:45, and Jimmy was getting up and getting things straightened. And then I took Jimmy to his bike rental shop, and the last words he said, so where do you want to go this afternoon? I said, I want to meet you and your friend, get on my motorcycle, turn around, and come back home because I'm working tomorrow.
And
Jimmy.
to be honest, and to be clear, isn't Jimmy's bedroom doubling as the studio?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yes,
so when
and
he's in there,
forget the fact that everything that I print for the show, I have to now file because Jimmy is snoozing in his alcoholic stupor from the night before. So that's it. I'm so glad he's not here. I'm able to vent this right now. But he'll a good
never
friend.
hear this.
no.
No,
He's the best
listening.
of friends.
Cappy, he's probably streaming it on his motorcycle right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, incidentally, Cappy Pfeiffer, our good friend Cappy Pfeiffer is here.
Thank
I will give her a proper introduction in a few moments too, but Cappy is here. It is so frustrating for me to get through because I've said it to him on numerous occasions, but he doesn't seem to track with it.
My father, he primarily listens to the show, but when he heard Jimmy in studio with you yesterday, he ran to the video feed because he wanted to see him tugging on your headphone cable. And I know,
was sitting there at
we
the
don't
big-
cater
Yeah, go ahead.
to the Ustream, but can you do the impression that you did for us of what it's like to have Jimmy behind you with your headphone cable hanging
okay,
down?
for the Ustreamers, this will be, and it was Rob. It was a mic cable,
But,
so
see,
I'm
I'm sorry.
using my headphone cable, but it was a mic cable that was around, and it was resting over my neck.
Right.
And this is what I felt. This is what I felt during the show. Because he twitches and jumps around like seriously.
Well, he's
on
excited.
some sort of amphetamine binge, and it's frustrating for me. And but we took him to a Buffalo restaurant yesterday. And he went out of his
Nice.
mind.
I see
he
you
went.
caring.
He was jumping
You love
around.
him.
Of course, I love him. I
Yes.
love him. I like him. He's wonderful, but he has to be managed,
He
like so
does.
many other people I love, Oscar.
Like if
he
he
has to be managed.
And did you feel when you were going into the Buffalo themed restaurant that it was like taking someone to a methadone clinic?
He went out.
He
of his
needed a
mind.
fix, I'm sure. And did he complain and how he could fix the place?
No, Jimmy's a positive guy. He's not like Mike O'Mara. He's not like somebody who always says, man, look at that. Oh, look at man, yeah, like
Right.
that. He feels unbridled joy for others, and he's looking. He goes, look at the Doug Flutie jersey. look at the Jim. That's Ryan Miller's jersey. Look at this, and it says, and then he said, oh, I got to take a picture under King of the Wings with a frown on my face. So he goes under the King of the Wings picture, and then he takes his picture that goes.
Oh, he's sad face.
And he does that. But getting back to, I don't know how I got on this beat because I'm talking about my mom. I will leave you with a joke told by my mother, my dear sweet mother.
Excellent.
and this was relayed to her from my mom's wheelhouse. This is my mom's kind of entertainment. Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, excellent. I've heard your mom tell jokes before on speakerphone. You've actually had her entertain me before.
Right.
She has a wonderful way with a joke, so I'm excited to hear this.
The joke goes like this. A young person's talking about her grandmother. He said, my grandmother is wonderful. She, at 60 years old, she started walking 5 miles a day. My wonderful grandmother, 60 years old, started walking 5 miles a day. She is now 94 years old, and we don't know where she is.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I realize that you are most likely the product of lower-class inbreeding, but perhaps you could help me.
Oh, gosh, I certainly hope so. You know what you are? You're one of those little fancy lads, aren't you? Boy, you're cute.
Okay.
Gosh, what a sweet little outfit. Is it your little spring outfit? You know, you remind me of my niece Sally. Lovely girl. She's a dietitian. Hey, would you like to buy a monkey?
No, I don't want to buy them.
Are you sure?
No, I'm on my way. Your
All right.
family must be very proud
All
of
right,
you.
we'll see you, honey.
Well, I probably should hurry, shouldn't I? Because
Yeah.
they're going to start the banquet soon. And I must tell you, I'm famished.
Well, why wouldn't you be? Big girls have big appetites, don't they? Listen, do yourself a favor. Don't let them give you any of that flank steak bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Try the London broil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good tip. I
Sure.
shall do it.
Pamper yourself.
I will.
Okay.
Oh, my. Well,
Yeah.
you know, I must tell you, for a yellow-eyed, gamey-smelling lowlife, you really have quite a decent heart about you, sir. I am going to be on my way.
Okay, good for you.
Yep, off I go.
Yeah. Hey, listen, have a good trip, Susie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Think about me, all right? oh, man, do I hate them fancy lads.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Mike.
We are live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are broadcasting all over the planet. We're powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 23 million downloads. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and we are heard over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks!
Tom Suter, congratulations on that Royal Straight Flush at the casino.
Did he really?
Yeah, he took a picture of his slot and showed it on
he
the.
really?
Yeah,
How
big-
much?
I don't know. He didn't show the payout, but
Who's
I'm not
the
sure he
big
was
winner?
paying five. I don't think he was playing the
big
$5
winner at
slots.
the casino?
Tom Suter!
is.
Yay, Tommy!
The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners in the world. Why?
Why, Mike?
Because they get it. Our show today is brought to you by Sleep Number Beds. Now, you've heard me talk about my Sleep Number bed and how great I sleep and how great Carla sleeps as well. We both adore it. Exclusive dual air technology makes it the perfect bed for couples because each side adjusts to the perfect level of firmness. Your Sleep Number setting, talked about Carla's being a 75 and or sometimes a 70. I've been hanging in there at a 60 and I'm loving it. It's clinically proven to relieve back pain and remove any distress you have with your back, and it will improve your sleep quality as well. Maybe you've considered getting a Sleep Number bed, but you thought you couldn't afford one. But can you really afford another sleepless, restless night? I don't think you can.
No, put a
Now
value on your
introducing-
health.
What's that, Rob?
Put a value on your health, Mike.
You should, absolutely. Now introducing the all-new Sleep Number Classic Series with queen mattresses starting at only $699, featuring the latest innovations, comfortably priced. Hurry into a Sleep Number store where queen mattresses start at just $699. Right now, save $300 on the all-new C4 Queen mattress set. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 425 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That number again is 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. This is not one where we want you to use the TMOS code. Just tell them Mike O'Mara. Put them in I'm in their system now, so that's what you do. Hopefully, if you buy yourself a brand new Sleep Number bed, and you will love it. Got some Sleep Number bedding delivered to the house yesterday, and we're very, very excited because with the dual air technology and the little adjustable bed we have in our P6 model,
Yes.
we actually move up and down, with a little backrest, and it's just It's the greatest bet in the world.
So
I
cool.
absolutely love it. I really do. So get involved with that today. I want to welcome someone into the studio who's near and dear to our hearts. You hear every day I say the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios or the Pfeifferplex Studios, and Cappy Pfeiffer, our good friend, is here.
Thank you.
She is
Thank you.
with us
Good to be
on the
home.
show today. She is visiting friends here in Washington, D.C., her friends and our friends as well, and we are very, very happy to have her here.
Thank you.
Cappy, great to have you in from California.
That's great to be here. The studio is fantastic.
Oh,
It
happy you
looks
like it.
Fantastic.
That is a labor of love from
Yeah.
Oscar Santana, who worked very, very hard.
Isn't it
And Oscar also, one of the things that I talk about Oscar all the time is when he's not just relentlessly diminishing me in every way that he possibly can.
He has a tone, Mike. He has a tone.
Did he have it turned on today? Did he have it turbocharged on me today with
Yeah.
Cappy in the studio?
Well, yesterday was Big O and Dukes.
That's it.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
Oscar.
yeah.
It's the Wednesday. I
I
should
didn't want
always
to
remember.
change anything.
It's Wednesday, Oscar. And the best way, this is not exactly what he said, but this is how it would be like, well, Mike, I said, man, it's so dark in here. The lighting seems terrible. Well, that little thing in back of you on the wall's called a light switch. You might want to try to turn that on.
Not true.
My favorite
Yeah.
moment, and I was
you gotta
part
go.
of it.
You gotta go. I gotta go pick something up at the store. Well, that little thing in your driveway, it's a car. Why don't you get into it and drive 5 minutes down the road?
I think the great capping moment of the whole setup was when you said, "I just feel like I should be louder down here," and Oscar said, "Turn your headphones up."
Yeah, turn your headphones up. Yeah, the headphones that sit on your head have a volume control.
I didn't
You
mean
turn
it
that up
way.
and it'll get louder.
It's sheer jealousy on my part. You're living the dream.
I am not living. And you're going to have to stop that. I will tell you, I am living in a blissful place where I wanted to be. We are very, very happy down here. But the fact is, as I explained in the opening segment of the show, the show is number one priority. That's what I do here, and I'm very lucky to be able to do this.
Yes.
That's where the lucky part comes
Yeah.
in.
Again, you are very lucky, and it's wonderful that we have this technology. It's funny that Cappy's sitting here and she's looking at you like you're in the room.
Yeah.
And when you look at her, you look down at her.
Yeah,
That's
he
how
always
wonderful,
has.
That's how wonderful the technology is.
It really
Hello, Ms.
is.
Pfeiffer.
When I see your face isolated on the monitor, Mike, you almost look like Mike Brady at the beginning of the Brady Bunch, where you could look up and see Carol, and look, you just saw Marsha and Greg, and there's Bobby, and there's Jan. It's just. And have you ever thought about when they had to bring the Bradys in to film that open?
Oh, yeah.
And there's just some dick director saying, "Okay, look up, smile, look to your left, smile," because I hate to break it to you, the Bradys aren't actually there in that grid.
What?
Right,
Yeah, I
right.
know.
They're not there. It's totally fictitious. So yesterday, I give Jimmy a hard time, but Jimmy was very helpful where we were tweaking the studio, and I'm continuing on the Handyman Express.
Now, what did he
I have not
possibly
gotten
do?
any professional help. Well, what we did yesterday was I now it's not plugged in right now because I got to do some cable running today, but it's we have a monitor in here, and unfortunately, when we have days like today, where Oscar hit me to the fact that another school tragedy, I like to keep CNN on in here when
Sure.
we're doing the show so that we can be fleet of foot and just for as we tape this, apparently it is 12:40 Eastern time on April 9th. And Oscar, what is the very latest going on with that school stabbing? Because it's just a nightmarish situation.
In a Pittsburgh area school, we've got 20 wounded in school stabbing at a high school. Looks like a sophomore is in custody, a male sophomore. 7 of those are in critical condition of those victims. 20 of them are students. 1 is a faculty member. And unfortunately for everybody involved, the authorities got there as soon as they could, and none of the critical injuries are expected to be life-threatening.
The
So,
sophomore with the knife was subdued by a faculty member,
2
right?
knives. It's alleged. We don't have the
Okay,
details yet.
all right.
Man, oh man. So I have the monitor system in here for, just knowing what's going on. We used to like to have that. I think, Rob, we worked for 15 years in radio before they finally decided to spring and get us a television monitor to let us know what's going on
Well,
in the world.
CBS always thought TV was the enemy.
He said you
No.
can't have. They thought anything that would be, benefit us in any way was the enemy.
When
That's
you
the way
turned
they
your
looked at it.
camera during setup today, do you have stuff taped to a window? What you have some copy over
Yeah,
to
you
your
want a
left?
tour?
Yeah, I would love it.
You want a
Oh,
tour?
boy.
I will pan around here so that you can see
Nice.
what's
Look at
going
that.
on, and you'll notice that I actually.
look at
Oh, you put a little
Copy.
suction cup on the window.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
that's how
Look
I
at
do
you, handyman.
We can come out here if you'll notice.
Tone.
That wasn't a tone.
Come
That
into
was
my
a
studio
tone.
here.
There you go.
Living the
Take a
dream,
look
Mike.
around.
There's Jimmy's
There's
bed.
hi.
Oh, and there's
How
the
are you?
vacuum
There's
from
the
Manassas.
Dyson.
There it is. Yeah, there's the vacuum that I have.
All right.
And now we'll go out a little further, and I'll turn over here and see. There's the door.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Mic stand right there. How
Good
do you
stuff.
like that?
That's
Love
And
that.
now we've got over here. That's where we'll be communicating with London.
Okay, he's
Right
doing
over here.
Dave Garroway. Mike,
Dave
you
Garroway.
mustn't do a show just for me.
So wonderful. Yes, and then I can pull away like this, you see.
Oh, look at that.
So what you're saying,
It's like a
Mike,
still cam.
it's a fully functioning newsroom that we're
It's
broadcasting.
a fully functioning newsroom that we have in my home in Florida.
And how
it's
does
working.
Frankie get in?
It's, Frankie will be rearing his little bastard
Rearing?
head later in the show, Cappy, because Frankie likes Florida too, and he had a wonderful way of letting the O'Mara family know.
Oh no!
Do they go out
So-
near the crocodile den at all?
Crocodile Den? I didn't realize he had an
Crocodile
entire den.
That's the famous crocodile den. You know,
Mike
where
O'Mara's-
you sit there and go, crocodile den. Come here, Frankie, in here. Like that. So Jimmy and I yesterday went to buy a monitor, and for under $200, we got a 29-inch color RCA monitor, and I sounded like I belonged here more than anybody else when I went up to the counter. And I said to the young man, no, he was not a young man. He was a guy probably in his mid-40s.
Okay.
And I said to him, it still amazes me that I just I should do the old man. It amazes me that I bought a 29-inch television screen and I'm carrying it with one hand. And you know, anybody under the age of 30 that heard me say that would be like, what? What's he talking about? But I'm still. Do you, Rob? You're old enough to remember. Do you remember those 35-inch Mitsubishis?
Do you know that about a year and a half ago, I had a 36-inch high-def Sony Trinitron TV that I literally
Right.
could not give away. I couldn't give it away. I
Right.
put it on Craigslist. I said, if you come and get it, you can have
Right.
it. And
You
people,
don't. You see them all over. You see in a
You
community
can.
like this, you see hundreds of these sets that people put out because no one takes them. Nobody. People take anything. In my old neighborhood in Manassas, I could put anything out on the street. I could put a half-eaten donut out on the street.
Yeah,
it
you're
wouldn't
right.
last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I put a regular-sized television with the tube
Yeah,
in
tube
the back
set, yeah.
out on the street. That's going to sit there until the ice age. It returns. It's not going to be taken at all. But we did that, and then
will you entertain
the-
one old man question? Because you said it
Yes.
was an RCA that you bought.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah, I
say?
bought an RCA. It was on sale.
Did you say made in America?
Only by
I
American.
said, boy, young man, why is this RCA Victor set on sale? You still work with the tubes? Is that the way it goes? Thank you.
Get it home and
but
watch
I got that,
Gunsmoke.
and I got a wall mount unit, and then the one other tool that I got was, Oscar knows about this. I got the circular saw drill bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That attaches to the power drill so that I can burrow holes in the wall
What width?
to run cable for
What
the
diameter?
home studio.
That's a set.
2.25 inches.
That's a perfect set. That's nice.
Is your sister's friend visiting? Is that what you're drilling holes in the walls?
Oh, that's right. The hand drill. You pervert.
Hey,
I remember
Kathy.
that.
All right, I'd like Ms. Pfeiffer's microphone to be turned off at this point, please.
Yes, you've been demoted to half level.
I
Yeah.
mean-
That's true.
I
No,
Kind of worth flying
48.
in, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so.
You know, Cap. I remember when Cappy used to come in the studio. Remember, it was all sweetness and light, and she did. Now it's like, yeah, drilling holes. Yeah, thanks for remembering. That's
The
terrific.
old
Real happy
drilling
about
holes
that.
with a hand
I'm
drill
here to
bit that
help.
Mike used to
Here
do.
all week.
And I think
Cappy,
it's nice, Mike.
you
That's
know,
the way
if-
you sign your photos now, isn't it? Thanks for remembering.
Thanks for remembering. That's exactly what it is. Cappy, if I was to, for the purposes of what you had just mentioned, if I was to use a 2.25 diameter, I'm afraid I might scare the neighbors with that one. Not only would they see the naked eye, but they would see a good portion of the upper part of my face. That's not what your modern peep wants to do in that particular situation. It'd just be kind of like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Extreme close up.
But yeah.
I can't imagine.
You could not
I like
remain clandestine that way. Your nose
so,
would come through.
So we got the wall mount unit, and pretty heavy duty thing for TV. Rob, you know, I remember it was 6 months ago that I said to you, "Can you help me mount the wall mount?" Because I was so ridiculously non-handy.
Right.
And the fact is that, you know, I was able to pull that off with Jimmy's help. Jimmy, it turns out, is not handy at all. Jimmy's comment was, yeah, Jimmy is not handy. I know that might shock you.
Let me ask you a question. Is it, would you attribute it to a lack of focus or perhaps just the shakiness?
Jimmy, as we mentioned, is the toddler.
Of course.
Jimmy likes people. He chatted up everybody we saw yesterday. That's what he did. I found out last night when I said I'm going to need a hand with some of this stuff that he's not really handy. But when he was there, he was my assistant. He was there to hand me all the hardware that I needed to put this thing on.
But he'd been drinking all morning.
Yeah, but he stopped. No, he didn't stop. He went. We went to the restaurant and he continued to have. Well, they had Labatt's Blue at this Buffalo
On
restaurant.
special,
Hey, it's a Buffalo beer.
So he drank there, and then we were in the studio last night and got everything hooked up, and I haven't finished yet. I got a long way to go, but you know, the magic of the wall bracket, and I'm very, very kind of pleased that
Good man.
have
Did you
done
use
this without anybody assisting me.
Did you use a stud sensor?
I did not.
How did you find where to put the holes for your mounting bracket?
Well, the blessing that I have down here, Rob, is that the
New
shelving-
construction.
Yeah.
The shelving that I have down here, and Oscar remembers it.
Yeah.
Oscar and I really, it's all plywood, and it's kind of
It's
heavy
thick,
duty
though.
plywood,
Thick,
and
thick.
it's thick, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like everything that you screw into or drill through is kind of like a stud.
Oh, so you actually have all wood to choose from?
I've got
Yeah, he
wood,
doesn't
and
go
I-
into the
okay,
wall. He goes
okay.
into the shelving.
Oh, okay, that's
I
excellent.
go into the shelving, and so you can use a wood screw, and it works. That's what the microphones are mounted on, and that's what the TV monitor is mounted
Mike,
on. And
you are
I'm having
truly-
a pretty good time. I wouldn't have even been able to have this discussion with you 6 months ago.
You are so
Yep,
truly
it's just like a
blessed.
stud. You know, it's got the same. Yes, I am very blessed. Thank you very much. Do we have to break now?
We do.
I have to drill some holes in the wall to look in the bathroom at people.
Hey, baby.
Pfeiffer. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
A soft as summer rain that don't kill up a shed. That's all.
Welcome back to the show, brought to you by our Amazon page. You know, Amazon is the best way to buy anything, Rob Spewak.
I buy everything there. You know what? I bought a stud sensor at Amazon when I hung my television.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Yes.
Spring is here, and Amazon has everything you need to enjoy warm weather.
Yes.
And speaking of hot, check out the new Amazon Fire TV. It is a tiny box that plugs right into your HD TV. It is the easiest way to enjoy all of your favorite subscription and streaming services, like Hulu Plus, another fine sponsor of the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hulu Plus.
At only $99, you'll love it, and you can only get it at Amazon. Plus, Amazon has Easter baskets, Easter candy, Easter eggs, Easter lilies, even chocolate carrots that everybody will enjoy. A good friend of mine from Leesburg once said to me that Christ is risen, but Amazon always has the lowest prices in town. Our Amazon portal, the best way to easily support the show. They have everything. MikeOMaraShow.amazon.com/Amazon. That's where you go. That's MikeOMaraShow.com/Amazon. Welcome back to the show. Cappy Pfeiffer is sitting in with us for a couple of days from California. Cappy is a huge supporter of the Mike O'Mara Show. Got us off the ground and continues to support the show on a daily basis.
Yay, Cappy.
And we are so
thank
grateful
you.
for that.
Love
She's
the
one of our
show.
dear friends. And people ask me all the time, how come Cappy gets to come in and sit on the show? Because she does. Shut up. Don't ask me that again. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the way that works.
And that's usually how you answer me.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Can I come in? Shut
Special
up.
privilege. Yes, special privileges don't in any way, when those microphones are open, mean I'm going to treat her any differently.
No.
Especially when she talks about, rekindling a horrible, horrifying memory from my distant past.
Dusting it up.
You were one of you guys was gonna ask me something, I forgot, or pointed at me or whatever.
No, I was actually gonna think about. I was thinking about you earlier this morning, trying to figure out, your day and your routine is a little different simply because you're moving in.
Yes.
And our time shift has changed, and it'll evolve back to what it used to be, like
Exactly.
the 10:30 spot.
Yeah, we're going to
where
be
we start.
doing the shows earlier, so they'll be available earlier for upload, because right now, for all the people that are hanging on getting these downloads each day, we should point out that, we try to get everybody in there and up and running by about 11 o'clock, and then we do have technical run-throughs, because we do, pride ourselves on everything sounding good and being seamless, and that takes some time when you're setting up brand new studios.
And also, you have a pub owner living in your studio.
Yes,
So that
and
also slows things down.
that slows things down, but that got my motorcycle down here, so I'm very happy
What I
about
wanted
that.
to ask you is, are you settling in at all?
Not yet. No, not
Okay.
even close. I mean, the fact is that all the areas that we don't sleep in are done. But as far as the bedroom, that's where everything is kind of coagulated.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And that's and you throw the baby in on top of that, and that's what we do. We actually throw the baby in.
He's a bouncing baby boy.
That's the way that works. And we are gonna once we do, then Oscar, I'm ready for you to say I envy you and jealous and all that.
Yeah.
But now, this is just up to our asses and boxes and doing that, and don't even have time to take the little hounds out on a regular basis. And imagine my pure delight when I came in from running some errands yesterday, went in to the master bathroom and opened the shower door to see. That's where. No, actually, we didn't. The shower door was open, and that's where Frankie.
No.
That's where Frankie chose to leave his little gift for us.
my
Yes,
God.
it was wonderful.
In the shower?
In the shower.
man.
And now when I say we didn't have time to, we do. We actually have been walking the dogs religiously.
We or Carla?
We.
Okay.
And
Or Jimmy.
Frankie had gone out with me in the morning, and Frankie had left his little skinny baby Tootsie Rolls, which Daddy has to reach down, which really, to me, is, I wish the stuff would wash away
You
in the
can just
rain.
do the fake lift.
No, you don't. Not in this neighborhood.
Grab blades
No.
of grass and then you shove them in the plastic bag.
You have
A
identified.
pine cone, maybe.
You have identified
Pine cone.
the number one bitch of people down here. There are letters written about it.
Oh,
there are
no.
emails circulated about it. They don't have anything else to complain about.
Right.
I mean, what are they going to complain? Their London broil was medium instead of medium rare. They have nothing left to bitch at, so that's what they bitch at. It has come to my attention that several people who are walking their dogs are not properly disposing of the poo. And
Are
really,
they
when
blaming the
you-
dogs or the people for the
They're
poo?
blaming the people,
Understood,
the walkers
understood.
that don't do it.
The
and I will tell you,
walkers.
I had a nice backyard deal with Frankie and Beluga where, the Manassas drill consisted of opening up the door, standing on the deck, and letting the dogs go do their business.
You let the rain do the cleanup.
I let the rain do and let Mother Nature take its course.
could
Bed
never-
the grass is what I do.
Circle of life, Mike.
We could never play a
Yes.
flag football game out there.
No,
Too messy.
As a matter of fact, I always wondered why, why Frankie and Beluga would not go in the wintertime when there'd be a little layer of snow. They like their little naked grass to drop their little Tootsie Rolls all over the yard. You just don't realize the sheer volume of defecation that a dog lays
Show
out
title.
on the world. Not when you pick it up, when you look in the barrel that you've had to drop 40 of these in by trash day. And, even when you tie the little knot in the poopy bag, there is the bouquet. And
Of
when
course.
we had an 89-degree day the other day, and you lift that up, and it's just...
Yeah, it's bad. Now let me ask:
And-
do you have the cool thing with the leash that has the poop bag dispenser built in?
No, that's a useless product. as
No,
far
I
as I'm
love
concerned.
it. Are you kidding? Because every time you're walking, you always
just
have
get
a
one
poop
of
bag
those.
ready to go.
Yeah, but it's just a question of ripping one off. I ripped two off, one for, Daddy Moves Slow, Beluga, and then the other one for the mad pooper, Frankie, and I have them in each pocket, and I do it that way.
Okay.
Rob, what I would need would be something that when you pick up the dog's excrement,
Yes, the feces.
and you have it, something that would seal it quickly and easily. As it works now.
The poop
and this
saver.
is for anybody that's ever done this with a dog, you know what I'm talking about. This is probably grossing out everybody else, but the fact is you reach
like it.
down, you take the bag inside out, you reach down, you pick up the dog's warm, steaming poo.
That's the
and-
problem.
And then you pull it back in and you fold the bag up, hopefully not brushing the sides as you're doing that.
Oh,
And then
God.
what you have to do is you have to do the kind of El Cheapo thing you would do in a grocery store when you don't have a twist tie.
Yes.
Which is is that the way you do it, Rob?
Yeah, that's how you have to do it. And I think that's how
With
it's
the little
designed.
knot.
But what you've done is you've
I
actually
think the Ziploc technology is needed for these
but
poop
no,
bags.
you see the problem there is you've touched on the main problem in your description. It's the picking it up with the tissue paper thinness of plastic between you
Yes,
and the
right.
solid refuse. And
you feel the warmth.
People have things they like and people have things they dislike. I'm just not into that.
You feel the warmth.
You feel the
That's-
warmth, Mike.
That's the worst.
And you know
part.
what? Sometimes there's give.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes
And that's
it's
the
really
worst.
Good.
And sometimes, even if you grab it, you might leave a little behind on a blade of grass.
Oh my God! You feel the blade of grass as the
What
poop
about-
wants to adhere to it.
What about this?
This is like Walt Whitman's worst poem
I
ever.
did
For people
this-
that have picked dog poop up, they're loving this segment.
The
I know that.
last, I say, year of the Black Lab's life, right? I was working in Fairfax. The dog was in Albany. My mom was working all the time, so I'd go home and visit him. My mom used to have a Christmas tree with the fake pine cones on it. I took 2 pine cones with me at all times when I went and walked Biscayne, my Black Lab. And I would
such a
use the fake
schemer.
pine cones and put them in the bag so it looked like I put something in because you can't always find a pine cone, right?
He's like Doug Henning.
So you take that out, and everybody would, people would look out their windows, and I'd pick up. I looked like I was picking up because I put something in the bag. They didn't know it was a fake pine cone, and then I was all right. No one ever gave me S.
Because
so to speak.
you lived in a neighborhood where you could keep walking and walking and walking.
Yeah, I just keep walking.
But you could keep walking, and no one would have any clue who
No.
it was. Here, it's not like they're going to be able to sleuth out the individual homeowner, but here you saw the size of Cocoon Land.
Yeah.
And the fact is, in Cocoon Land, it's just you'd get busted. I know I would get busted out. Carla says I'm too obsessed with what the neighbors think.
Yeah,
anyway,
who
in
cares?
this
You know what,
neighborhood.
Mike? To be fair, you've paid into that neighborhood for so many years and not lived there. You're
Leave the
owed.
crap.
You're owed.
And besides, aren't you the
Leave
young?
the crap on the grass.
You're the youngster. They're all going
Yes.
to be gone before
Yeah, you
you.
can take down any of those old fogies.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, it's just
What are they
a
going to
process.
fine you?
Frankly,
What I'd
lucky
like
that
to
you're
do-
not pooping.
To be honest with you, I like to keep the neighborhood clean. I take a little pride down here. Maybe it's because I'm 50. I'm going to be 55, and I'm starting to live the lifestyle.
And
I think
also,
that's what it is.
be honest, Mike. This is the first step to becoming the council president.
Yeah. Don't do it, Mike.
My
I
career
have a
in
suggestion.
politics. Yes, Cappy.
What about walking the dogs and carrying the diaper genie?
Ooh,
That would seal it up.
those bags. The
You know what? I've
diaper
got
genie
another idea,
bags.
Cappy.
Uh-oh.
Why don't I walk the dogs, carry the diaper genie, and then I could strap a couple of televisions on my back
That sounds
as well.
good. That sounds
Maybe,
like
and,
fun.
and then I could kick a 25-pound weight in my other hand,
Mike.
and then I could. I don't want to carry a
What
diaper
about-
genie for God's sake.
Could the little bags go into the diaper genie when you come home?
That is.
That's
you know what?
That is
Yeah.
a solution.
Hold on. Okay, Cappy, I apologize. And Rob Spiewak, that is see.
Yeah,
this
but
is
Rob
the way
saved it.
This is the way a great idea is born.
It is.
That's exactly what I do.
We will call this
Oh my God.
the feces genie.
Rob,
Use
you
the
could have
diaper
sold
genie.
that. You
I
could have invented it
I tell you
and
what, Mike,
sold it.
You can have it, but Todd can't have it.
Well, he's not
because
gonna
when I
make
give
it.
an idea to Todd, he always poo-poos it. So to speak.
Use the
It's
get
the
an
Tootsie
extra
genie.
get an extra diaper genie
Yes.
for the poop.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
probably
you very
what I'll
much.
do.
And keep it in the garage. Do you have a huge
And-
garage?
Oh, keep it in the guest
no,
room.
I don't have a keep it in the guest.
Hey, what's
Keep
this?
it- hey,
Tootsie Rolls.
how'd you
Snacks.
sleep, Jimmy? I was a little tired.
I kept
That's all
I
smelling
think
stuff.
I've got gas.
I smelled something last night. What was that? But Frankie's choice to welcome us to Florida of actually taking the initiative
What a
to go
jerk.
inside of the stand-up shower to do that. And
Do you
know,
think
it's
you
just-
mentioned that it's a shower door or a shower curtain?
it's a door?
Did you leave it open? There is no way he had the wherewithal, strength, or intelligence to open the door himself.
If he did that, I would put him on some sort of Animal Planet
I was going to say
occult show.
something hosted by J.B. James Brown.
Because Rob's strength has nothing to do with it. How would he get to the level of where the handle is?
He would jump, or he could use his dew claw.
His dew claw, the doggy's dew claw.
That's what you need.
Cappy, I might
His
take
doo-doo
Rob up. That's a pretty good idea about the diaper genie.
You just
then
need
you
an
have to
extra
deal with
one,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or why
Now,
even why even an extra one? Use the same one.
You've got
I'm
two.
I'm just shocked that Ms. Pfeiffer, whose animals that she normally deals with, handling their excrement requires a shovel.
Yeah, and a snow shovel at that.
It's no shovel with that because you're used to the horses that that leave behind
10
things. Isn't
times a
that right?
day. They poop
Is- how
10
many
times a
times a-
day.
Do they poop 10 times
Yeah.
a day? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God,
all that
that's-
running.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all the roughage.
It's like
Man.
working with Sean Hall.
Come on now.
I
He hasn't
take
been
that
the best
back.
help. That's not. That's very unkind.
I don't know
break.
why.
We're going
Did we take a break? I withdraw the remark.
I've got some pop culture recommendations, something that I think we need to stop listening to, and also a television show that's coming up that I want everybody to pay attention to, and also a brand new game. It's not really a game. It's for the guys in the studio.
Yay.
Guess my next door neighbor's age. Yes, sir. We'll be back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody! Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of our program is brought to you by Stamps.com. The post office is always crowded, always. And, you know, I send a lot of stuff out. Oscar Santana sends more stuff out than anybody else. And that is why you are a turbo fan of Stamps.com. Isn't that right, Mr. Santana?
I love it simply because, especially if you run a small business or maybe you have an eBay store, right? For example, you have an eBay store. Even if you sell something once or twice a month, you don't have to do anything but package it in your home, process the postage right in your home off your desktop computer or your laptop, wherever you want. That's the beauty of it. It's the convenience of it. You can do it right there. You don't have to go anywhere. The postman comes and picks it up with the rest of your mail. You're good to go.
Even Wednesday, Oscar agrees, Mike. Put a value on your time. Your time is too valuable to be standing in line at the post office.
With Stamps.com, you can access all of the services of the post office right from your desk. Use your own computer and printer, then hand it to your mailman. It's that easy. We have used Stamps.com for months, and we love it. You'll save money, and even better, you'll save valuable time. Act now for a 30-day free, no-risk trial and $110 bonus offer, including a digital scale and up to $55 in free postage. All you have to do is go to Stamps.com and click on the microphone to use our code TMOS. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com, and before you do anything else, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in TMOS. Remember, Stamps.com and enter TMOS. You'll never have to go to the post office again.
Mike,
welcome back to the show. Yes, Oscar
just quickly,
Santana.
I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier, but I was on the phone with the customer service from Stamps because we're actually sending out a bunch of stuff for Big O and Dukes.
Yes.
And we use Big O and Dukes, and we use the Stamps.com account.
What are you sending out for them? T-shirts again? Or
we have
what
some
is it?
T-shirts we're sending out. And I was sitting there, and I said, well, this is the easiest thing in the world to use because you can call somebody, and you're good to go.
It is.
Yes, it is. It is fantastic.
The customer service is a 10.
What? Rob, why are you looking at me like that?
Because I think that you and I might be thinking the same thing.
What are you thinking?
That there's a lot of T-shirts going out, and they're all very large sizes. And because of Stamps.com, you don't have to wait in line. It's a piece of cake.
It's a lot of.
Well, how come you send T-shirts out for that show, but you don't? But we stopped sending T-shirts out. I mean, I'm curious about that.
Well, because Mike, all of
I
ours,
always like to
sold out.
explore his business management of Big O and Dukes because he told me it's
Mike,
not worth it.
you don't like spending money. That's the truth.
That's not true at all. That is not
So if you don't
true.
like
Do not
spending
lie.
money-
Do not lie, or I'll get more in detail with my line of inquisition here. I do not mind sending out. You told
you
me
don't like
you were the
spending
one. Hold
money.
up, Rob Spiewak. You
Mike
have to back
O'Mara.
me up here.
Right.
Did you not? Did Oscar not come to us and say it's not worth it to send out T-shirts?
That's a quote. That's
That
a
is
quote.
a direct
It's not
quote.
worth it to
and
sell
did I
T-shirts.
ever say that? Did I ever initiate that?
No, you never did.
It's not-
And then you
Oscar
went up into the
Santana-
attic and you hid
That was-
behind a pile of T-shirts that
right.
stayed in your attic for 4 years.
And I never once said, don't send them out. Don't send. That was never my initiative.
No, that has nothing to do with it. The problem is the old faction. Well, first of all, we have about 2 T-shirts in stock at Big O and Dukes because
Okay.
the way that we ordered T-shirts is we would buy them on demand. So when people would
Yes.
order them, the person
Right.
who used to order the T-shirts beforehand would buy 300 at a time.
Okay,
So
all right.
why I said it's not worth it to buy more T-shirts is because when you have 1,200 T-shirts upstairs already, why would you buy more? That's the difference.
This is true, but I'm kind of. I got to be honest with
Yeah.
you. I don't follow the merchandising of Big O and Dukes.
Yeah, we're not selling the shirts though.
You're giving them away.
Yeah, because if people bought a premium product as of last year, they would get a free T-shirt. So we
Okay.
actually spent money to send out the T-shirts.
So you give.
Yes, we give.
Until it hurts.
Yeah, well, again, to be fair to the Big O and Dukes family, Chad has a full-time job. Drab has a
Right.
full-time job.
True.
I work
Right.
here, so
Right.
we have a little more to reinvest.
Okay.
Does that make
All right.
sense?
Yeah. I just think that I'm kind of itching for the new T-shirt.
Yeah, I would love to get rid of the 1,500 T-shirts that we currently have.
Well, that's not going to happen because I think that ship has sailed. But I like the T-shirts. I think I totally agree with you as far as a limited run.
Why would we, when I said it's not worth
go.
doing the T-shirts, I said because in the past when we get into this conversation, I knew that we had so much in stock because the gentleman who used to order them before didn't really look at the zeros or the ones or what went into doing this.
Right. Okay. So we had a backlog.
Oh, we had
of T-shirts.
It was so the way that side of the enterprise was run. I don't know how we stayed in business. That's how bad it was.
And another part that Oscar hasn't even brought up yet, it wasn't that we just bought the shirts in advance. We had to guess the sizes that would sell. So if we had to sort
a
of
blind
guess.
man made those orders.
Can I tell you? And this is a little tidbit right now, ladies.
Oh,
Oops,
look
I'm
who's
sorry.
here.
I hit that by accident.
No.
I wanted to hit this. My favorite T-shirt, because I have been living in a lot of the Mike O'Mara Show T-shirts during the move because they're just they're the easy things to get to because everything else is packed away.
Right.
You know what my go-to is? The one that I love wearing that I thought was the greatest. And this is special because I think it was designed by a listener.
What?
I'm Jack Cassidy.
Oh,
That's a good one.
wow.
That's a good one.
Love that
I can send you
T-shirt.
some more.
Yeah. Free shipping, Mike.
I love that T-shirt.
I
and
use the
love,
stamps.com account.
And you know what? And are you ready for the one right after that?
Yeah.
The one right. What do you think the one right after that is?
I would guess Fat Baby.
Dick Queasy.
No, it's no. Dick Queasy.
Yay! That's my favorite.
Sold out of Dick Queasy.
I love the Dick Queasy shirt. My
Dick
favorite.
Queasy's shirts are fantastic.
They really
I love those T-shirts.
Do you know what shirt
And I guess
Julia
with the
wears
long
all
and
the
short, the reason
time?
I go here, Oscar, is I miss this. I miss them. I miss having a little run of T-shirts.
Yeah.
We
I
could
really
definitely do, a little run would be great.
A tiny
do. I
run.
think
Yes.
a limited edition.
A
would be
limited
really
boutique
edition
run.
would be awesome.
Do you,
So
do you know what Julia wears all the
boutique run.
time to this
What
day?
does she wear?
The Cat 2013 shirt.
Nice.
Oh,
She loves the cat shirt.
have more of those if you want some as well.
Yeah.
Those are big sellers, let me tell you.
Actually, I
Did
think
we sell those?
I think we sold out
No,
of
we
those.
didn't.
I didn't see any of those in stock.
Yeah, well, I see them when they're in storage at Big O and Duke's.
Well, you're climbing over the pile.
Yes, I'm like, oh, we still have these.
Well, I don't mind the listeners knowing this. What was our biggest seller? What was the smash hit?
Dick
Because we
Queasy.
had to.
Dick
Dick
Queasy.
Queasy.
That was the
followed
biggest
by
seller.
Jack Cassidy, right?
No.
No.
You've been lied to.
Oh no.
No,
I
no.
never asked. I never asked.
Well,
so
this is.
I haven't been lied
Let's
to.
put the logic together here. The biggest selling T-shirt from my numbers are the Mike O'Mara Show T-shirts.
The original ones?
original Mike O'Mara Show
With the
T-shirts.
strine.
with
Yes.
kind of like the
Because-
wings.
Yeah, because everybody can get.
Oh,
not the
you
wings,
mean the ones with the animated?
with animated. Those are the biggest sellers.
Because the original is the one with the wings, right, Rob?
The one that had the Harley styled logo.
Yeah, the Harley style logo.
I
That was a big seller as well.
think that might have
Yes.
been the first. Yeah.
The
and-
that was the
problem
first one.
with what we did afterwards is we would get inside jokes, and instead of printing 50 of them and selling those, we'd order 1,000
sure.
because we really just wanted to get the best price for 1,000. I'm not thinking about what's going to happen if they don't sell. So that's where we're
One
at
man's
in life.
inside joke, Oscar, might be another man's cornerstone of the broadcast. But I'm sorry. Just have to say that, you know.
Order
Are you referring
1,000.
referring perhaps to a character that I did on a regular basis, you son of a bitch.
No, I don't think he was talking about that.
Lousy Bolivian
I
prick
loved
you.
him. I
Yeah.
loved him.
That was, I felt, you know what? and
Jack
that's-
Cassidy was a good seller.
This
I
is
like
how
that
you
shirt.
and I are similar, Mike. I took that as a dig at cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that one, I agree.
Of course.
No, I'm just kidding.
And it's funny.
Stay tuned for details for next year's cat.
I've got a.
we kind of missed it. Are you talking about 2015?
Yeah, we're not doing one
Did
this
we
year
miss
because of the move.
2014? What happened?
Because of the move. We couldn't do it. Yeah.
Because of my move.
We had to postpone
Because
it.
of
But
my move, Oscar's not going to get in his tuxedo this year.
I've
Thank
been in
God.
touch. I've been in touch with Club Tropicana, and we are going to talk about Cat 2015.
Are they holding your deposit still?
Yeah, they're rolling it over.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
You know, you can talk all. Or, you know, I'm diving in. Why not? You know, you can talk all you want about Club Tropicana, but I have said to you before, if you are willing to give up the open bar and the hors d'oeuvre pre-social,
Right.
I think zippers Zippers is the place that you
Oh,
should
you're
go.
talking
Zippers
out. You're
would
talking out
welcome
of your
you.
ass. Do you remember we had the same
Zippers
deal with
would
the
bring you in.
We had the same deal with the Blue Parrot, and what they
I
do
know.
right up
I
on
know.
the brown. They gave
Also,
it to
the
us.
dress
I know.
code was no Tims, no sports jerseys.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yeah, and no logo T-shirts.
Yeah, that's
it
right.
brings us full circle. We
Well,
want to be able
Rob
to
and
do
I have
that.
always argued about this. I have said Zippers are the praline factory. That is where he needs to go. And if he doesn't,
What
you
if
know,
we
it's
had the
his
after
loss.
party at Zippers?
Zippers might poop all over your after party if you don't use them as
Mike,
the primary venue.
Would you be opposed to doing, let's say, if we did a 50 T-shirt run, and with each
Yes.
one of those shirts, someone got another mystery, same sized, free, excess inventory T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't mind.
So you
doing
buy
that.
one, get one free.
And one of the shirts comes with a golden ticket.
Just one.
See, forget it.
Why forget it?
Nobody's into this.
I'm so into it.
You want golden tickets?
No, what I'm into is
What do you want
I'm
the shirt to
into-
be?
Well, I'm thinking the shirt
Profitable
should
is
be
important. Yes.
profitable would be great. Cappy, thank you very much.
And good luck with that.
And then so let me take this opportunity to say, Cappy, I'm sorry. But anyway, I would like perhaps, and this is because of the new move and everything.
Yeah, let's do it.
To have a T-shirt with some sort of tropical run. To it.
Oh.
You know, some sort of. We're going into spring and summer around the country, so that
What
you know,
about
to have kind of a
Florida
feel.
Mike.
No, I don't want Florida Mike.
Oh, you see,
I don't-
now that's tone right there. That's
No, it
Wednesday
could be like
Oscar.
it could be like those Spuds MacKenzie shirts, except for
yeah.
the Spuds MacKenzie be you.
Well,
How
I'm
great would it
think-
be, Mike, to see you in a grass skirt?
Oh, you know what? You know what this son of a bitch is doing right
what am
now?
I doing?
No, I'm pointing at Rob.
Okay, good.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, that is Rob. That is Rob. That's me. That is,
That's
where are you?
I'm,
I'm here.
that's me. That's me right now. Okay.
All right.
That's
me.
Oscar.
That's me.
And that's the wall.
Where's all right there? That's Rob,
No,
That's probably
That's Rob.
Oscar.
that's
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
definitely me.
and that's Oscar.
No, that's Pony.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's you.
Right?
Mike,
That's Oscar.
how about you just say our name?
Okay, thank you.
What is
Meanwhile-
Rob doing?
Meanwhile, I saw that image. I wanted to join the military.
Rob knows that as soon as he says Mike in a grass skirt, he knows right now. There are people right now beginning the Photoshop process.
No, that never.
There are people right now getting a picture of Wilford Brimley and putting him in a grass skirt.
Yeah, you're right.
And-
Please don't do that. Anybody.
Right. I think there will be a catchphrase that will be born of FLA, of
Okay.
Florida, and you will probably see it eventually in a T-shirt form. But Oscar, you know I mean this.
Yes.
Organics. It comes
Organic,
out of
yeah.
our road
It
trips.
always does.
Comes
We
out of
can
something.
always do it. We just
it
we're
happens
gonna
organically.
Work
but
smarter, not harder. That's what we're gonna
Okay.
do.
That's
All
right.
I know. Yeah, and you've done a great job getting the whole inventory mess in line, and I appreciate you doing that.
A lot of help.
And
A
you
lot of
do
guys help.
live that side, and so when you come in though, and say we're getting stuff out there, I said
Yeah.
I want to give away some T-shirts too. You know,
Yeah, we
I
should.
agree.
or more importantly, sell some at a nice profit.
That's right. Or you know what? At a slight profit. We will
At a
pass the
slight
savings
profit.
along
But this
to
is
them.
what's going to make you happy. When I signed up for that stamps.com account, I used the TMOS code.
There you go.
See,
Very nice.
I mean, hello.
So- and that gets
Full
back to the
circle.
very beginning.
Full circle.
And with
Yes.
with that sentence, the longest commercial ever in the history of the podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stamps.com, for your 9-minute commercial.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they got there. I have to say that one of the T-shirts that just pops into my mind might be an R.I.P. Miracle.
Oh, wow. But like a wrestling shirt, like a dark wrestling shirt.
Is that the one that bought the farm pony?
Yes, it is.
Miracle?
Like an Undertaker
No.
shirt. And Pony's the Undertaker.
What the
Yeah.
The
hell?
Undertaker.
Yeah.
And you know
Pony-
what? Let's not get too dark because we just lost the Ultimate Warrior, Mike.
Yeah,
hey,
he's in the
hey,
news.
hey.
He's in
That's
the
sad.
news
That's
today.
pretty sad.
That's what I
That is-
said.
Yeah, but Pony's laughing over there at
Well,
jerk.
I'm laughing.
Stop
Yeah.
that. That'll be in
Crying
the
on the
news
outside.
today. News you may not
That was
need.
pretty
I
sad.
want to say this though. During the Inquisition yesterday, we asked I think almost every question about Pony and his sugar gliders and everything that we should have asked.
Are you going back to
Carla-
him?
Yeah, Carla.
Pony
Oh, no.
boy, pony boy, won't you be my pony boy? My
It's pony time! Get up!
pony boy?
Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette.
Vape, vape, vape.
Puff, 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 and if you smoke yourself to death.
Time to break.
There's a segment of the audience that wants to stab you in the eye right now.
And there's
That's
some
the
that
way
are
goes.
sending me a muffin basket.
I know, they're
all
all
I like
divided.
muffins.
Pony,
I'm
conversation
hungry.
around the
Sorry.
O'Mara dinner table last night. Carlos, I'm not sure if we asked this or not.
Mm-hmm.
Carla wants to know if it was your favorite that died. Was it your favorite one that died or the non-favorite? You definitely had a favorite.
It was the favorite.
It was the favorite.
Yeah.
It was the favorite. So Little Miracle was the one that was more loving
She was
and
the
more
angel.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Yes. But she's been warming up a little bit.
No,
But
now that she took out her competition.
Yeah.
exactly.
She's on
Exactly.
Easy Street now. Meanwhile, Pony's walking around with his head down, sad.
How you doing, Miley? It's just you and me now. Miracle ain't here no more. We go to Virginia Beach this weekend. So that was the question.
Help me with
because,
the olives.
Carla somehow,
you were
in a
there.
sinister way, thought you might have taken out the one that you didn't like as much.
No,
Anyway,
he had
so
a rock solid alibi. He
Yeah,
was,
he was-
200 miles away.
He was out of town.
he was away. So how is your how is your well-being today? How are you doing, Pony?
I'm doing fine. I've just, it's sad, but you can't let it, get in the rest of your life and mess you up at work or anything.
Ever forward, right?
Yeah,
Oscar
exactly.
Santana with a question.
In lieu of the recent developments in your personal life, I was kind of worried. And usually when I worry about someone, I call them. Maybe I write a nice letter, like a handwritten letter, kind of not really a pep talk, but inspirational.
Uh-huh.
I did neither of those for you. I just went on your Facebook page to see what you were posting. Because when something bad happens, usually people go to the masses and want to share with it.
Sure.
Right.
And I was actually talking to Shannon yesterday, and I said, I think we have a drunk running our Ustream cameras. And I said,
yeah.
And I said, well, what do you mean? I said, every post of his is about drinking. And I said, well,
yeah.
oh wait, he's 22. He's just drinking, heavily. He's having no. Pony's 31.
I'm 30.
Okay, whatever. You're 36. And I said, as I sat there, I said, is he drinking his sorrows away every night? Is that what you're doing, Pony?
I know
Pony,
you had
let's
a good
look into
run.
that.
You had a good run on Monday night, didn't you? Because you did some posts that I can't quote it, but it was everyone should find an excuse to get with their friends and
Oh,
drink on
yeah.
Monday night.
Well, every Monday night, my friends and I gather and we drink and cook and have a good time. I mean, that's our.
Oh, three-way.
Is this the cute one that lives next door to you?
Yeah, the downstairs
The
neighbors.
Hansons, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, the downstairs, the Hansons.
It's right.
Talking
Isn't
about
it?
the people from Slapshot?
Isn't it? No, not the Hanson brothers. It's Mr. and Mrs. Hanson, right?
Correct.
That's right. Why are you pulling away from the
Because I was
microphone?
clearing
Yeah,
my throat.
why did he delay when you asked him that? Is this the Hansons that live down? Correct.
Because he doesn't want their secret to get out.
That's right.
I understand.
That's
I-
right.
Pony,
It's
let
the
me
month's
real-
forbidden love.
quick little drinking survey for you, okay?
Yes.
Number of nights per week that you drink.
That would be all of them.
You drink 7 nights a week.
Yeah, but not.
Hold
to
on,
the-
wait.
okay,
I'll
yes,
finish.
yes.
I'll get to the whole thing, whether it's a
Yes.
social drinking, like my folks did. You overindulge how often? Do you do any binge drinking at all?
I do not.
So how many drinks on average do you have per night?
I'll usually have just my martini, and that's generally it.
Sidebar.
To me, that's
Point
not,
of
he's
order.
not in the
Sidebar.
problem
There was
category, yes.
there was binging in Vegas.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but Vegas, we all went out
Yeah,
of our
but
minds.
everybody has their own kind of perception of binging.
Right.
Because a martini in itself is a strong drink.
It's a strong drink, but if it's one strong drink,
Yeah, but that's, again, when someone, and there's really no intervention here. If Pony wants to drink, he can drink. As long as he does his job, which he's doing great, he can do it. But as I was reading his post, I said, either he's sad or he's just, and he's not talking about it because he clearly isn't. I mean, he tried to talk to Rob ignored him. Or he's just coping with alcohol, and I can understand that. Everybody's been through it. I've been through it, for God's sake.
Sure.
But if this is something you're just getting into on a regular basis, that's definitely something you got to look at.
Well, it's not like I've started drinking anymore after this.
Oh, okay. So you've always drank this way.
Yeah.
Do you
Let's
ever
go
wake
back.
up-
Go back 5 years when you were at the bike shop. Arguably the happiest days of your life.
Okay.
Were you drink bike shop? Were you drinking that much when you were at the bike shop and you had no cares in the world?
No, I actually pretty much the day it started was when my ex-girlfriend dumped me, and there were a lot of bad things that happened at that
man.
time. We haven't really gone over all of that, but It started right around then.
Okay.
The way you say that, did we miss a
hold
meeting?
Hold it, Rob. I'm tabling this. I'm just far too depressed.
Okay.
I'm just too depressed to continue with
Keep
this,
drinking, buddy.
We got to go to spots.
Would you, Mike? Would you be happier if I played you a happy song?
Yes, please do.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Talk about overplayed.
'Cause I'm happy and I wear a stupid hat.
Jesus Christ. Turn that off. That's like Bobby McFerrin reincarnated. I hate that. I hate that song. We're going to take a break. News you may not need coming up next. And Pony, hang in there, okay?
Yes, sir.
You know we all... Oh, you too. You too. Okay, great. Yeah, kill the other one. What do I care? Anyway, we'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, whoa. Hey, baseball, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you that, yes, I may not have been successful with my first night. I may not have been successful last night. I'm not playing a day game today. I'm playing a night game, so I haven't put my lineup out. I will take recommendations from our listeners for FanDuel.
Do you have a standing strategy? Do you like to put a lot of your money in pitching, or where do you go?
I think the fact that I'm 0 for 2, Rob, would indicate that I have not won yet because I don't have the proper strategy.
Well, my recommendation would be to flip your strategy.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. Let me tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about FanDuel.com. One-days, fantasy football, baseball leagues, everything you want. Hockey, you can do it. One-day fantasy baseball is what I'm playing right now. FanDuel.com is the leader in one-day fantasy baseball leagues. With FanDuel, there's no season-long commitment, no upfront fees, and you can play whenever you want with a new team each day. No one has more leagues, more players, or more payouts than FanDuel. You can be the next big winner. FanDuel will pay up to $1 million a day this baseball season. I was in a league yesterday.
Right.
The guy that was the winner in the league took home $4,000. That was a league that I signed up for yesterday morning because there was day baseball and I got into that league. The winner of it took home $4,000. You can do that too.
Wow.
Be the next big winner. Go to FanDuel.com. Click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use the code TMOS to sign up today. Plus, use our TMOS code, and FanDuel will match every dollar you deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $200. Hurry. They've extended this offer until this Friday, so sign up today and get your piece of the $400 million pie. FanDuel.com is the leader in one-day fantasy baseball leagues. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today, everybody.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need, a comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, News You May Not Need.
The partying started Monday night on the UConn campus and spilled into Tuesday, and rightly so. It was in honor of the women's basketball team, which beat Notre Dame 79-58 in Nashville, Tennessee on Tuesday, capturing a record 9th national title. This is an amazing dynasty in women's basketball, college basketball. And the men's team, which beat Kentucky 60-54 in Arlington, Texas, about 23 hours earlier, capturing their 4th NCAA title. Good times in stores, my home state. Congratulations to all the Husky fans up there. Pretty good stuff.
But I bet it really pisses off Regis.
Yes, it does. Jesus Christ.
You want those girls to play harder, don't you, Regis?
I don't like anybody on my teams to lose. I don't care. Perhaps if they got more manly girls.
Stronger women.
That's what I'm thinking.
Early reports from the campus police showed students mostly behaving after the Tuesday night victory, with just 2 arrests before midnight, basically for being rowdy. Monday's crowd wasn't as tame, with police arresting 36 people, mostly for, shocker, alcohol-related incident.
Wow.
The man born James Bryan Hellwig, who earned a global following as professional wrestler, The Ultimate Warrior, died last night, according to the WWE. He was 54. TMZ reported that Hellwig, who officially changed his name to Warrior in '93, collapsed outside an Arizona hotel at 5:50 p.m. while walking to his car with his wife. He was transported to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Whenever you see any of these guys go down like this at a young age, you wonder about the type of medications and the type of supplements and all that. We'll see what happens.
Just got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, just
over the weekend,
in the
right?
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And one day after he made an appearance on WWE's Raw, that was his first appearance on the show since 1996. And Oscar, you follow the wrestling game. You have to wonder, is this something that maybe was caused by something he was putting in his body to get bigger and bulkier?
The
You never
sport
know.
is one of the roughest sports, and I call it a sport. I didn't used to.
It's
But
sports entertainment
yeah,
is what
the
they
sport,
call it.
The
yeah.
sport in general, it's one of the toughest to be a part of. And unlike the National Football League, when you get to a certain age, you don't really retire. Like, you come back and they put you in the ring, and yeah, you're working with younger guys, but you're definitely working.
The Ultimate Warrior goes back to the WWF days, and Mike, he was on, as Oscar said, he was on Raw the night before
Yes.
last. And what he said when he was on, it's chilling in retrospect. I'd like to play a little bit of it if it's cool.
Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. His lungs breathe their final breath. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the body of others, it makes them believe deeper in something than larger than life.
Just it's odd in retrospect. That would have been what he said there, and it's going to be very
What a great
sad. Robert was upset to hear it as well.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah.
So our best goes out to his family as well. Now, say what you will about the Obamacare debate. I mean, everybody seems to have an opinion about it. But the thing you hear a lot from certain factions is, we have the best healthcare system in the world. I offer this for your perusal. Medicare paid a tiny group of doctors $3 million or more apiece in 2012. One got nearly $21 million. I am not. That is not a misprint. $21 million. Those are among the findings of an Associated Press analysis of physician data released Wednesday by the Obama administration, part of a move to open the books on healthcare financing. I like that.
Yeah.
Topping Medicare's list was Florida ophthalmologist Solomon Melgen, whose relationship with Senator Robert Menendez made headlines last year after news broke that he had used the doctor's personal jet for trips to the Dominican Republic.
Now, are you seeing him while you're in Florida?
Oh, yeah, we'll be hanging out together.
I thought so, yeah.
Medicare paid Melgen $20.8 million.
It's a lot of
The
eyeballs.
analysis found a small sliver of the more than 825,000 individual physicians in Medicare's claims database, just 344 physicians. This is a real small number of guys that are screwing people.
Wow.
They took in the top dollar of at least $3 million apiece for a total of nearly $1.5 billion. So beware, there are bad people out there. Very, very scary. NBC is launching a national talent search for comedy writers, Rob Spiewak.
Oh, I gotta go, Mike.
The initiative, dubbed NBC's Comedy Playground.
Oh, for God's sake.
They will give up to 10 finalists the chance to create pilots and a formal presentation. You know what this is?
Yeah, they're screwing people.
This is the cheap.
I thought
let's
you
make
wanted
it a
to
co- let-
enter. I have a great concept.
This is make the contest so you don't have to pay the regular guys that are the talented people.
I was going to enter as a whole, as a group here.
Ooh, yeah.
Really?
I was actually thinking about it yesterday. I started penning some things down.
Yeah,
Well, we're
penning some
struggling-
things down.
We're struggling podcasters. We could be NBC's bitch. They could take advantage of us.
You
Yes,
did
go
this
ahead.
dance for Fox, Mike. Remember when they had you up
Way back
against
when.
what's his name, Leguizamo, and he got
Yes.
House of Buggin'? But
Yes.
it's the same thing.
Oh, I don't know this story.
They
What
want to
happened?
make you dance and not pay you to dance.
What's House
They-
of Buggin'?
They don't pay. That's what this is all about.
Oh.
The fact is,
There's
you know,
no
we're going
dollars?
to give you this if it's successful. The bottom line with a lot of these contracts in television, if it's amazingly successful, you're going to get a payday.
Yeah.
It's risk capital
It's
for
like what happens.
your sweat equity.
It's what happens when you're just so hungry you don't realize that there's a bigger game out there.
Yes, and ultimately, when you're that hungry, you're going to sign an agreement with these people that will allow them to screw you, even if the
It's
show
American
is
Idol.
successful.
It is.
Yes,
Yeah, it
that's
is.
what it is. NBC Entertainment President Jennifer Salke says the network wants to uncover original comedy minds who want an express pass into the TV industry. That's
Make
the
it
bu-
easy.
That's the buzzword. Lazy.
Make it easy.
Right,
I'm going to write a
exactly.
script, and I don't have to. All I have to do is stand in line, and I'm famous.
That's it. NBC looking for cheap talent. That's what that is. An autopsy on Peaches Geldof. Do you know this story, Rob?
Yes, Bob Geldof's daughter. She was 24.
It was inconclusive, and toxicology tests will be conducted in an attempt to determine what killed the 25-year-old
25,
celebrity.
forgive me. I knew she was young.
She was pronounced dead by paramedics at her home in southeast England on Monday. Kent police said a post-mortem exam had not revealed the cause, and a toxicology report could take a few weeks. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with
Tragic
that.
thing.
Michael Dodge of Big Rapids, Michigan, and his wife took their grandchildren to a Walgreens on Saturday. Sounds normal enough, doesn't it?
Sure.
The kids were scared of the person in the bunny costume.
Oh, no.
So Michael went up and gave the Easter bunny a hug. And he just wanted to show his grandkids it wasn't scary. After that, the kids took their photo, and they all left the store without any problems until Michael got a call the next morning from the cops.
Oh, my God.
Telling him that the woman in the Easter bunny costume was accusing him of groping her.
What?
Michael says it's not true. Well, groping is all in the eye of the gropee or the groper. Like
True.
There's a hug, and sometimes with a hug you can do a hug and a squeeze.
I'd love to be a gropey.
Michael says it's not true, and he's not sure why the woman is saying that. The police are investigating. The cops also told Michael he was banned from the Walgreens, and he'd be arrested if he went back there.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, there's
I
no
think
more
this girl
information
just wants
on this.
money. That's
Yeah.
it.
It's a
I mean,
little
look,
strange.
There's really nowhere to go but up if you're in that suit
Yeah.
in a Walgreens.
By any chance, when the old man approached her, did she go for his carrot?
I mean, she's hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, kids. Well, first of all, if she's in a bunny costume and it's like she's wearing like the bunny head right where it covers her whole face, he doesn't know that it's a
No,
woman,
he's
right?
going to help his grandkids. And plus,
Yeah.
if you're a mascot, you give hugs. That's what happens.
That's what you do. And it's not rock bottom, Oscar. It's only rock bottom if it's a dirty bunny outfit.
Right. That's just like when I did the crotch grab. What are you giving me the fast one for? We're on plenty of time here. We're doing okay, Slicky Boy, aren't we?
Well,
are we okay?
We're
Look at
2 minutes
What's
late.
this? Is that for Cappy's benefit? Here's Rob. This is Rob giving me the sun. Come on, baby. Come on.
yeah.
Hustle
Speed it up,
up.
It's
man.
not.
Speed it
It's
up.
not. I was just going
You
by
know,
the
let me
clock.
tell you a story. There was a story a long
I got
time
nothing
ago.
but time.
There was a story. Anyway, it is time for a little something. Hipster alert. Hipster alert. Back in October, a guy in a thick black glasses and a fedora, he robbed 2 American Apparels and an Urban Outfitters in Portland. The media called him the hipster bandit or the nerdy bandit, and he's been on the loose ever since. But the cops never gave up in their quest to find him, even though sorting through all the guys in Portland with glasses and fedoras seemed like a monumental task.
God, can you imagine?
Finally, a few days ago, they caught up with him. Turns out the hipster bandit has a perfect hipster name. He's 31-year-old. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Thaddeus Lindsay Woods.
Oh, what a jerk.
Jerk.
Yeah, he's facing first and second degree robbery charges.
Thaddeus.
He's probably also facing a lot of prison love, if you know what I mean.
Did they find him in line at a cupcake store?
These are so fresh. Anyway, we'll take a break. Come back with Rob and the Magic Audio Vault right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. You know, you've probably tried Hulu on your computer. Hulu Plus is so much more than that. With Hulu Plus, you can watch current season episodes of your favorite shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Mindy Project, The Daily Show, my favorite, and Saturday Night Live, which I'm catching up on with Hulu Plus. I watched the Louis C.K. episode, which, in my opinion, was one of the greatest monologues I've ever seen on Saturday Night Live.
Maybe the greatest.
And, Rob, you watched it, and
Yes.
I know you did, and then it had a great, wonderful sketch, Black Jeopardy.
Awesome.
And then I was sitting there watching it, even with my good friend Jimmy, and we said, what happened to it?
It's like they turned a switch off after the
was
Black Jeopardy
horrible.
sketch. It really
It was terrifying. It's just like we stopped being funny.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah.
But Louis C.K. is still a very funny guy.
Yes.
Now more than ever, there's so much more to watch. Take total control with Hulu Plus to stream these shows and thousands more as much as you want, whenever you want. Hulu Plus works on your computer, smart TV, Roku, Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much any streaming device you already own. You can even watch on your phone or iPad while on the train, at work, at the dentist, or in the bathroom.
Anywhere you
can
want.
even Yeah, you can block off a day to binge. You'll also get access to original programming, and that you can't get anywhere else. Brand new shows like Deadbeat, a comedy about a pothead who talks to ghosts.
It's true.
That's fantastic. Safe home, Cappy. Binge on all 10 episodes starting April 9th.
Blow, you jerk.
For only $7.99 a month, get your entertainment anytime, anywhere. Believe it or not, that joke was not about Cappy. That's just about where she's staying. Anyway, that's like a quarter a day. Right now, sign up at huluplus.com/TMOS or click on the banner on our website. I got to get through this.
Do it.
And get 2 weeks full access completely free. That's a whole extra week more with this special offer when you sign up at huluplus.com/TMOS. So get with it. Start streaming TV right now with Hulu Plus. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for today. And this is Wednesday, April 9th, 2014. Take it away, Rob Spiewak.
Real quick, before we start in the vault, I want to say hi to our good friend Officer Meg, who has a big event coming up, the 3rd annual Officer Down Memorial Ride. That's Saturday, April 26th at 9 a.m. Lots
Yay.
of great stuff. I took Robert out to it last year just to see the bikes, the live music, the antique police cars. You can find all the information you need at officerdownmemorialride.com. You get a free T-shirt with online registration. And remember, proceeds benefit the Officer Down Memorial page. Not many better causes than that. Please check it out. officerdownmemorialride.com.
And the memorial page is really designed for people to see the officers that have fallen
Yes.
and the details about their lives, their families, how you can help them out. Meg runs probably the most successful ride of the year in the Washington, D.C. area. Really an incredible turnout. Get out there and support it. I wish I could be there with you, but I want everybody to know about it.
Good stuff. Remember before the show, Mike, when you said, Rob, what does it sound like when a Dutch reporter falls off a boat on live TV? You remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, that's what you said. And
I
what
wanna hear
happened
it.
is this is a slicky lady reporter who does a walk up and tries to sit down on the railing of a boat to do an interview. Doesn't quite make it.
Zeilkampen. Burgemeester, wat is er nou zo bijzonder aan Zeilkampen?
Als je de mooiste... Gaat niet goed.
Yeah.
Deze kant op.
And what's great is they've got the microphone with the big tribble, windscreen on it. And right at Ray, the camera runs over and the mic is down at her in the water. And then, after they mic and film her, then they throw her the lifesaver. But let's hear it one more time because it's a fantastic splash.
Zeilkampen. Burgemeester, wat is er nou zo bijzonder aan Zeilkampen?
Als je de mooiste...
And you can tell from the amount of time it takes from her to scream to splash, she's up pretty high.
She's up way high.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I
and we're
love
told
that.
we're told she's fine. On Fox and Friends, I know you love it, Mike. Heather Childers was covering the big sports story of Monday night, the big basketball championship. Let's see how she did.
Well, the Yukon Huskies are the 2014 NAACP national champs.
Well done.
What a jerk.
And what's great is that based on a joke on the Saturday Night Live episode that Mike was just talking about with Bobby Moynihan when they're doing a joke about Fox and Friends. Keep in mind, this is 2 days earlier.
Well, President Obama did his best to make us all sign up for Obamacare.
And wow, it wasn't easy.
It's tough to sign up for things. I've tried for years to join the NAACP.
Brian, why would you do that?
I just love college basketball.
It's the same joke, but not in real life.
That's fantastic.
Oscar, you are not alone. Jimmy Kimmel found a montage of people memorializing Mickey Rooney, but saying this.
Andy Rooney, the pint-sized actor who was a giant on stage and screen, has died.
We're going to look back at actor Andy Rooney's career. Much more on the passing of Andy Rooney.
Loved Andy Rooney.
So it was the Andy Rooney movies that he made his mark?
Andy Rooney received an Academy Award.
Those are some great old movies with Andy Rooney.
Andy Rooney was 93 years old.
Oh, my God.
You know, I grew up with Andy Rooney.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Again, Andy Rooney was 93.
Andy Rooney dies
Oh,
at 93.
And it goes on and on.
Wow.
That is really great reporting.
That's incredible.
Now, Baby Michael's not talking yet.
Not yet.
No, but when you get him to talk, one of the first things you'll ask him to say is thank you.
It's very. I want to teach him please and thank you. It's a priority for Carl and I.
Be very careful that he doesn't do it the way Baby Lloyd does.
Hey, Froggy, a big kiss. Mwah. And Froggy says, thank you.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
And he's very insistent about it.
Rob, can I make a request?
Yeah, I was going to.
Can we keep that around for the bonus hour this week?
Uncensored, you bet. And
Please have that for us.
And you, Mike, mentioned marijuana, and they're still trying to get it legalized.
This is kind of cool. Today, more than 100 advocates came to Washington to lobby for the legalization of marijuana for medicinal purposes. While another 10,000 marijuana advocates thought it was next Tuesday. Oh, man. So bummed out.
That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Cappy, we love you. We will see you hopefully back here tomorrow as well.
Thank you. I love it. Thank you.
That's Cappy Pfeiffer, everybody. She's such a wonderful supporter of everything we do. We will be back with a brand new show tomorrow. And don't forget, a wonderful bonus hour coming up this week. For all technical support issues with the Mike O'Mara Show, contact our Sugar Glider Wrangler himself,
Oh, dear.
Matt Bloom at ponyboy@MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for the show should be sent to TMOS, Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. Remember, the eVoice hotline open at 800-440-8167. That's it. Mike O'Mara for Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak. So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.